Hello there, wonderful singers, and welcome to your Kovo vocal exercise of the week. I'm Dr. Julia Nielsen, and I'm the founder of Kovo, which is short for Community Vocalizing. And here at Kovo, our live online general vocal workouts are organized around a different theme each month. And for this past month, March, our theme has been neck, jaw, tongue. Now, I love working with singers on all three parts of their instrument, helping them to find optimal alignment, flexibility, muscular release, and independence. But I will confess that I have a very special place in my heart for singers' tongues. Now, part of my special love for the tongue is that I sang for years with tremendous tongue tension, which I was blissfully unaware of. But when my current teacher, David Jones, finally helped me to identify and release this tongue tension, it was like he had given me the keys to the kingdom. Not only did my resonance improve, but my high notes became so much easier, and wonder of wonders, I could finally sing them quietly if I chose to. Now, I always say that tongues love to try to help us do things vocally that they are not, in fact, very good at. For example, if we have a bit of breathiness in our tone, the tongue may decide to pull back and press down on the larynx to help the vocal cords to close more completely. In case you didn't know, breathy tone is caused by vocal cords that aren't closing fully as they vibrate against one another. In another example, if we are not achieving the resonance or the color that we want on a given tone, the tongue can create a false color by tensing up. And nowhere is the tongue more tempted to try to do both of these jobs for us than on the ah vowel, especially in the middle voice. Have you ever heard an ah vowel that sounds like this? Ah! You're probably thinking, wow, that tone is way too far back. Well, you know what's too far back? My tongue root. Which brings us to our Kovo vocal exercise of the week. In this exercise, we're going to take inspiration from one of my favorite reptiles, the adorable lizard. Lizards are running rampant in my backyard this spring. But before I explain the connection, here is the exercise. And here's the lizard part. As we sing the first two notes of the exercise, we will stick our tongues out just a little. Let me come back to you visually so you can see. Now, you will note that I did not stick my tongue very far out. Otherwise, I would have yanked my larynx right up with it. But we're going to coax the tongue to take one little step out of its cave so that we can see it. And this subtle movement can help the tongue to unlearn the tension, the retraction, and the depression that is so common on the ah vowel. Then, when we sing the legato part of the exercise, our tongues will hopefully find a more favorable, less backward position for the ah vowel if we imagine that lizard movement without actually making it. So let's give it a try. Good. Now we need to keep the tongue very wide and soft. While we do this, not firm and pointy, that indicates a lot of muscle tension in the blade of the tongue. So paying attention to your tongue width, let's try again. So finally, we're going to make sure that this is a tongue movement, not a jaw movement. If I protrude my jaw while I do this exercise. I am just exchanging one problem for another. So to make sure you're not falling into this trap, you can keep one finger on your jaw, as the tongue does the lizard. Let's try. So now that we have our form perfect, I'll display this for you again, and we'll go up in pitch. Here we go. So what should the vowel sound like on the first two notes? Well, with the tongue in this odd position, it doesn't really sound like ah or really even like but I do think that some form of is probably the best vowel to target. And we're also going to make sure that it is not a nasal It's not a nasal Let's do a few back down. One more. So, I invite you to play with this exercise and this new tongue awareness in the coming week. If you have enjoyed our neck, jaw, and tongue exercises this month, we've got more for you. Now that March has come to a close, all of the live workouts that we've delivered this month are now available on video as a suite. There are 8 30-minute vocal workouts in this suite, and information on how to access them through the end of May 2024 is in the description below. If you are not already joining our online vocal workouts live, we would love to have you. These sessions are absolutely free. We meet on Zoom every Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, and instructions on how to request our free Zoom link are in the description below. If you would like the next vocal exercise of the week to show up in your email inbox, you can find out how to request that in the description below. Singers, remember that regular vocal exercise is crucial for your vocal health and fitness. Every time you show up at Kovo, you are going to get a great, creative, complete vocal workout, expert coaching, and a community of friends to practice with. We'll see you there.